Systematically, help the video graduate. Comedy.
Me no ya dwena me da so said you a photo dey obi here photo. And so he's right on. And the good thing is that he's even watching the show.
Oh, okay.
But just a quick one. I agree. It's actually a lot of people hold Ken in higher standard than Abronya. I did Abronya be ya fan where you okay ya onya de onfa honi. Because Abronya
on Abronya we no omon kan asem. Ken there
and quickly, just a context. Never know. The question.
Yeah.
Na me wo ho. One more day proposal or the truck cutter or big truck cutter man. I know a party no some party panache glaucoma set in.
Okay.
You will sit down there no untimi enya hodenya de emoso say obayare along the way.
Yeah.
So omo the cutter buy. To omo the cutter buy. Em say penifo we the man we need the man we. Omo pass ya na be do general secretary. And a general secretary de cutter the man can say hey ujanfo who dey say wadwuma ni edi kopesi kan de emwa papa no. Ti me kai at that time on 7,500 cedis.
Okay.
And why na Abronya incident here the esi in the context ni say e bra na ye pesi ka ma obi no wo ye ho so ye hia ni me na de bra me by a drew say e po bia me na de obi atem dia wo na ye from we na ye keko asem ni nyina no but wo say wo de abufu e kasama instead of hia ni no say hia for
yeah
and I got a voice that so say e hia for but the context was not wo say background now man obi han tia say so the dey here for united atem in terms of nipa lifestyle and the conduct and what he stood for why na sebia bro waboa mobro ani omo ni be than Ken in MPP nobody the list can go on. It's been a way of life and if you want to also measure so much on sa utterances now. To be fair, the context has to be properly said, but I don't think say ya there so people did here for here. And now go president do say talk about go here for them. Na ko manya here for the door so get talk.
Of course my misa we first one say na ye PR for the education ministry.
Yes, not correct.
Say now the young fan say educate the former education minister so team so person be the flag bearer for the MPP. Will you rescind your decision?
As a former boss.
And a former boss because one man wajuma. Ube Jack and Waka Koya Mano.
Hey, yes, once a soldier is a soldier. Oh no, never former boss, because I've said a boss. Papa.
Okay.
I think for me, my decision to support Ken is just anchored on one key principle. It has more to do with the missus say 2028 or what Akwanyani Ahmedin so bet me win party in the general election. I am sure said Dr. Duchumi is a very fine person, just like Honorable Brian, other people are more especially Dr. Baumia Munna Pesomoba. But Sebio, it has not more to do with you. You also have to listen to a form for. What to almost say? Sorry, almost say. Oh, more they care about the better day. Amano. Dr. Duchum can win obviously with the party support, but within imprimpe, Sabre Mon, one OWUSU say a form for who so about day on Betomano. But aside that, say subsequently, no, say 2028, no, ba other Indian support in a coordinate. But imprimpe, there is a fine gentleman. Fantastic human being, Nejuma obey education. And see, Obi Amemetra radio so born Nejuma who the role. I should be the first person to believe in him. Of course. But within the current circumstance and current context, I call less than 1.7 million. You want to say here somebody like Kannedy Japan. They say you I say prekese Obi Nimna who say then what should be to me.
The last question. Did religious affect the electoral fortunes in the 2024 elections?
Hey, religion has seven hours a day. Oh, hey, I did Dr. Baumia say affect. So I see a quick report to say affected. But for me, look, I respect Dr. Baumia's view. But this is what I'm saying. There's a very sensitive one to me. I quite say a panic couldn't have and penny for set as so I just used 2 minutes to answer. For me, I'll be surprised if Okwe report does not capture religion and ethnicity as factors affected 2024 election. Not on any ill motive, but we are a people of religion. We are a people of culture. Dr. Baumia cried there in the bay. Yanka said, "Ne banner just to prevent the whole target MPP account party." Was religiously and tribally motivated. Didn't Akatem say religion and tribe did not affect the election? Or mind with me, 2 bars, mark 100. Emu 99, a bomb pie, and send you 2 bars. We are a people of religion. Kemuni Kowari Christian. Recently gave you a minute at Chatham first or catch him so you Christian. And that is a reality. We've only learned to live amongst each other. It does not necessarily mean say those religious friends say decisions, or when we are making decisions, we don't make recourse to those religious and ethnicity. You make it. You are too about 1592. They be a Santa region too many people, voter region too many this. What are you talking about? Say ethnicity affects your electoral outcome. It does. But the whole point are not Dr. Kase. What's that? Not example? No, OWUSU are sent out, and I'm doing that briefly. Just a minute. What's that sent out? Or no, Muslim, no, OBT. Reverend Minister, or no, software in terms of the elections. But remember, just a brief analysis if you were where at every point, when you take the text out of the context, you only be discussing the practice and not the text properly so called. I said, now, come confess with Laura, but most of the time, but I want to say, at every point, you should look at the dynamics present before you are able to do a holistic analysis of the course. Okay. I sense out as a man, independent candidate. Independent candidate, in team for Joe, no MPP, no, onu pulu 26.22%. In team for Joe pulu, 39%. And independent candidate, also pulu 22.38%. Right? What can you now, now they compare Dr. Baumia Vosa. Will you be able to make any fair or, comprehensive or coherent analysis? If you want to compare. If you want to have a very holistic view or analysis of what really pertained there, you have to compare the presidential elections and the presidential results to that of the previous presidential election. I mean, presidential elections in 2016, JMNA 35.77%, Nanadunya 62.22%. Now, 2024. Over 2025, JMNA 50.56%, DMB 46.68%. And to the DMB, quite compared another DMB so say 15.54%. And DM so the course 14.49%. But in London, what I just want to say is the independent candidates, now or a pro MPP guy, one move votes in me day. That's how come you see Dr. Baumia's votes being higher. But the Dr. Baumia votes compared to the predecessor, President Akufo-Addo, the votes also rather 15%, and John Mahama votes rather went high by 14%. So you cannot use that as a test case to say, religion did not affect. We are a people of religion, a people of culture. All our decisions are born out of religion and ethnicity. Why do you say about the NDM? It plays a role. Okay. I bet you differ.
What is it that a good number of you, when I say you, Mumu Binumwa, Baby Abasin Korean Shadon Humo, Binipa Binumwa, as you say, for be big crown, Abba, Binumu, Mumu Binumwa, crown near there. But now a lot of people are coming on board. Why? What is it?
Say, I think, say, season behind the dynamics that plays out, and at every point they be a casa memo in a development. Say be a bemanipa as a tremor de akoyi na wanu etimako ano na said the kofo sika the American dream no. We can also have a Ghanaian dream. Omaimuha said be a bruyete. A young person na OWUSU, and I've read a lot of researches and statistics. But the nicest one, Pokure woman, yet too scary, say, Nkora national service, say, Kabia, Nkora national service, it will take a minimum of 10 years for half of that national service bar to get permanent employment. Not one foreigners in their own country. The remaining half will still be searching for the next 10 years and so a permanent employment. Nkora OWUSU, I've read other researches, almost Nkora OWUSU, the state can only employ 2. Now, all these are the basic challenges that we know as a people, and these are challenges. Nana me call GTV no more book clip be na kuwa esi na bia kotoka beba champo beba we beba, and you know say the reasons they cited for those schools are the same reasons you hear so nei at the twabeti ankofo. So the principle and the point I want to make is that our challenges as a people has always been the same. But the bigger vacuum intimacy of your challenges also has more to do with leadership. So leadership counts, character counts. Now, Bibiano, your approach to building leaders to solve the basic challenges, i.e., unemployment, ebine jumso, ebine galamsey, healthcare, agriculture, no money adeno. Abribia no ye de nkofo a ebi ebe from say career politicians na aba. And we start if you solo mo bro Bible mo. Ohu akora no afa no apagya no wa keys no nkofo a wo nyina ne aboy nsama no. Oh, akowe de openkwara sempa. And then a minister na say be a MP na say mayor obey say na ye recruit nkofo to maintain the be gates no. Ono na one day wa shada for camera sin so. No ko gina gates mu 22 bi no 23 bi. Musa ho say let's put data on it. Gates na ye hu omo say be a obi a open position obo mati o fufu o tu gatemo no. Those one-off events na ya hu no has it been able to solve our problems as a country for us. And for me, if we want to really address the challenges of our country, career politicians, it looks like Obiaye the air bromo. And believe you me, people, the little hope or trust that them for politically exposed individuals, no, from. Let me give you a clear instance. Mr. Mahama, I've always insisted, say, Mr. Mahama's second coming, Ghanaians don't really have much expectation from him. Why? Because they feel, say, MPP amemo certain standard on model yet to any expectation no more pay free MPP amemo ni entima anya dey amomo sa. So for me it is not the MPP which even lost, which even for instance it's not Mahama who even won the election, but has more to do with the MPP losing the election. So that to the average Ghanaian, no, in the absence of what we expect to be good, you know, then we can even go for bad. Because it shows you how obia level of trust that people have in leadership near the ECOFOM. So me, at the current particularly, the Honorable Kannedy campaign has to do with character counts. Character and a defining leadership. And now me come off the back because what is the vision of Honorable Kannedy? When I'm saying maybe a drone within the 21st century, we don't need vision again. We need leadership. Vision there. Me fear me find a phone call Google. I can be able to type vision for a country. Yeah, but more be brainy. I can't there. No, maybe a drone. We need that leadership trait. We need that leadership to transform Libya. No? We need that leadership to transform Botswana. We need that leadership to transform China, Malaysia, no other Singapore, no money other. That is leadership counting. That is what I see in Honorable Kannedy. Of course, people have misinterpreted it. Yes, you or a temperamental. But Abibiano, Sebio, I will not sit here and pretend Honorable Kannedy or a saint. No. Yes, I'll be very dishonest to myself and to Ghana. You know, we have seemingly character traits. People will see some as weaknesses. People also will see some as strength. But it's about how you leverage it. Yeah, the issue is see her, cap, see her, near Sel Suguma. A boo who say half full, boo say half empty. Yeah. So it depends on how you see it. Instead of me say me who temperament, yeah, I agree. There are certain things they be because honorable, you know, check a crowd home, but they'll be passionate about the biano. One here, they will be address at the corner. Obakacha so a temperamental.
Yeah.
Obia. That is a disciplined leader. But Krum Hana, or my word, I try him. What can I do to be here? I just say, look, on your day on Canocre. So we need to leverage the character traits, the lifestyle.